sheriff's budget?
I don't think so.
Like I said, when we go through and get the final figures, when she puts in that you agree on that, the public defender. If we're able to add that in, and if we figure out if there is room for capital and how that's gonna work,
Okay.
then we'll have to figure out, we'll have to come back and
Revisit it.
revisit.
But we might want to consider grants for some of these once in a rare time things like boilers. Things that are.
Yeah, well, the boilers are, that's a have to. I mean, we
Right.
gotta get that.
Yep,
You
yep.
guys were limping along the last year.
That might be a logical
Yeah.
grant expense.
And then same way with the flooding that you guys are having.
Because they're kind of one time, or at least one time every 30 years.
If we just keep what we got for now,
Yeah.
and get it up to snuff, then
All right, got it.
cook them with oil.
Yeah.
All right.
We just have a few things to bring up about to do with revenues.
Yeah.
Everybody's getting their pen out for that one.
Under what budget?
So it all goes into the justice fund and the revenues. And we just had some stuff we were looking into, and so like and we're not experts on it by any means, but liquor apportionments. So those were removed from as a revenue for us, and we were told that it's illegal to give to the justice fund or whatever, that it can only go to the courts. And after looking at the manual on budgeting, it says 15% goes to the courts. The rest can be used for general funding purposes. But I just want to note that all of that was removed from our budget, not just 15% or whatever we saw of it. So
I don't know. I don't know what
How much was the liquor portion?
I don't know the totals, and I don't know the code number, that kind of stuff that she was looking at. But I think when it referred to general purposes, it meant general fund as if current expense. So
as I look
we'll
at
have
it,
to look at that one.
yeah, as you look at it and you read through the whole manual,
Mm-hmm.
when they refer to the general fund, they refer to it as current expense,
Mhm.
not general fund.
Okay.
It just says for general funding of the county. It doesn't say for the general fund. Because in the manual, it refers to it all as current expense. It doesn't anywhere say you can't use it in the justice fund. It says 15% of the total 100% or whatever needs to go to magistrate court.
Mhm.
Then the rest says for general funding. But anywhere they refer to what we call the general fund or whatever, it's current expense in the manual.
The actual verbiage says 51% is distributed to the counties, 36% for general use, and 15% for magistrate court services. So general use that's right from the IAC guide on page 18.
And we need all the help we can in this justice fund.
And we got some on this year, so 23-24, but we haven't
Yeah.
received any since January.
Yeah,
How much
so
did you get last year?
So far we received 37, but I want to say we budgeted in our budget. It's like we're supposed to get like, I don't have that. Oh, I don't know if I don't have my binder with me. We were supposed to get.
So last year I got 116 or something.
I think it was over 100,000.
Yeah, it was like 116,000, I think.
it was budgeted 90,000.
And we've gotten 37.7.
Yeah, and looking at the revenues coming into us, it looks like as of January, probably when Peggy came in, she quit giving them to us. So we haven't gotten any since January into our revenue for this year.
I'll have to look at that.
Yeah, and we're obviously not experts on that either, so we're just
Okay.
trying to decipher a manual that's written in lawyer talk. So.
Yeah.
For accountants.
Or
Yes.
accountants, yeah.
Something else I'll point out about the revenues is that we always, when it comes to the jail revenue, from inmates, we always anticipate the revenue at the lowest we can possibly configure.
Yep.
And I think we anticipated around $120,000 or something close to that. And this year we're already over 300,000, and we're looking at probably getting right toward 400,000 in revenue. So that's quite an
That
increase.
is good.
Yeah.
You were getting like almost $40,000 a month there.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think she was calculating that in too when she was looking at revenue and stuff, as far as, you know, balancing
She raised it
things.
up a
She
little
was
bit,
saying
I
that,
think.
yeah, that was up.
I think if you see the trend in the last few years, it's been over 200,000 every
Right.
year.
That's good.
But
Your
yeah,
forest patrolling,
I've got, so we're having issues with that contract. The money comes in at a different time than our fiscal year.
Their fiscal year is different than ours.
So Julie's getting ready to do those billings for
Yeah.
BLM and Forest Service. So there will be money coming in.
you know how much the BLM one is?
If I got it right.
it's 8,000 a year.
Okay.
And then
the other one
Forest
is
Service is 10.
10.
for now.
Yep.
We're going back to bat on that one.
Mm-hmm.
I do have some other things, and it's probably against our revenue, to point out, though. We don't actually get any money on driver's license reinstatements. All of that is handled through the state. We have $5,000 written on our revenues. That everything, from my understanding, when I worked in driver's license, we don't have any handling when it comes to driver's license reinstatements. We do all the driver's and chauffeur licenses, but when people have to reinstate their license, they have to contact headquarters down in Boise. So I don't believe that we get any funds for that
Well, it says that
reinstatement.
we've gotten. Oh no, that was last year. This year we've gotten 0.
So I don't
Last
know
year we got $3,400, and this
the year
year,
before we got none.
yeah.
So I don't know where that money is coming from. I guess we're gonna need to get a report. If we can get a report for that.
What's the line item number?
360-0015.
Because our office doesn't handle any reinstatements whatsoever. And then at youth risk revenue, we're not sure what those are even for.
And how much is that?
It's over here.
Right here.
No, at youth.
It's right here.
Oh.
0010.
1,000.
Yeah, it was set at $1,000.
And we got 85 last year. We've gotten
$85.
We've gotten 15 this year.
$15 this year.